Hello and welcome. This week we have the message from Maria, who takes a closer look at Jesus' first miracle and how it leads to the spiritual abundance found in Christ. Carry on listening and I hope you enjoy it. God bless. See you next time.
Welcome to today's deep dive. So, today we're looking at a recent sermon about the biblical story of the wedding at Cana. And our mission here is to figure out why this, seemingly simple party trick of turning water into wine is actually this meticulously layered legal argument. But before we get into the ancient courts, just imagine this universal dread for a second. So there's a bride walking down the aisle, completely unaware that with every single step she takes, the buttons on the back of her dress are just popping off one by one, leaving her totally exposed in her basic cotton underwear.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that is just a visceral nightmare. It's the ultimate modern social embarrassment.
Right. It's horrifying, but honestly kind of hilarious. But we're looking at how a wardrobe malfunction like that actually compares to a first century wedding running out of wine. Because running dry wasn't just like a minor catering mistake. It was a full-blown catastrophe.
Yeah, totally. Because in first century Jewish culture, a wedding was a covenant event. This wasn't just a fun party. It was a legally binding contract that merged two families. It merged their honor and their assets.
Oh, wow. So it was highly official.
Exactly. And providing enough hospitality, specifically wine, was literally written into that social contract. Wine symbolized joy and divine blessing. So if the wine ran out, that was a literal breach of contract.
Wait, really? A breach of contract?
Yes, the groom's family could actually be sued by the bride's family for damages. And the shame of that would permanently stain the couple's reputation. It was a massive deal.
That is wild. So with this threat of a lawsuit hanging in the air, panic obviously sets in. And Mary, Jesus' mother, pulls him aside to, flag the problem. But I have to say, Jesus' response to her sounds incredibly harsh. He says, woman, what concern is that to me and to you? If I tried addressing my mom as woman during Sunday lunch, I would absolutely not make it to dessert.
Oh yeah, no chance. That phrasing definitely grates on our modern ears. Huh? But we are dealing with a quirk of translation here. In the original Greek, the term used is much closer to a highly respectful madam.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Right. And Jesus is actually marking a major pivot with that word. He's formally signaling that his role is shifting from just being Mary's private son to, beginning his public divine mission.
Got it. So if he's stepping into this divine role, he isn't just fixing a catering issue to save his mom's friends. He's making a statement. The writer of this gospel, John, records that statement almost like a barrister or an attorney building a case, right?
Yeah.
Like he's presenting highly specific evidence to you, his audience.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. Every single detail John includes carries massive cultural weight. He's laying out this logical argument for who Jesus is, and it starts with the actual physical objects involved in the miracle.
And the scale of those objects is what gets me. I mean, we're talking about 120 to 180 gallons of water turned into wine. And the master of the banquet tastes it and is just completely stunned by the quality. It's like going from a watered-down budget box of Tesco California Chardonnay straight to like a 1787 Chateau Margaux. Yeah. The volume alone is just staggering.
It really is. And the secret to that volume actually lies in the containers themselves. Jesus didn't use wine barrels. He used 6 massive stone water jars.
Stone, not clay.
Exactly. They had to be stone, not clay pottery, because in that culture, stone didn't absorb ritual impurity. So these specific jars were reserved for elaborate ceremonial hand washing. Basically, it was an external ritual designed to remove spiritual dirt.
And the fact that there were exactly 6 of them is basically the smoking gun for that attorney's case. Because in ancient Hebrew numerology, the number 7 meant completion or perfection, which means 6 represented incompletion, like something was missing.
Yes, precisely. So he's taking these 6 stone jars, which are basically symbols of this incomplete, exhausting system of external rules that just left people spiritually dry. And he's filling them to the absolute brim.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, he's swapping out a ritual of washing the outside with this overwhelming abundance of internal joy and cleansing.
What's wild to me is who actually sees this legal evidence presented. Because the master of the banquet has no idea where this incredible wine came from. And the wealthy guests are totally clueless. The only people who witness this massive transformation are the catering staff, like the servants.
Yeah, it completely flips the entire social hierarchy upside down. The people at the absolute bottom of the ladder are the very first to witness the miracle. And that's simply because they were the ones who actually obeyed the instruction to fill the jars.
Which really brings us right to you listening right now. The invitation here is to bring your own empty jars.
Yeah.
Your shame, your fears, or just the dry, unfulfilling routines of your ordinary life, and just allow them to be filled with something complete.
Absolutely. The provision isn't just a little trickle to help you scrape by. It's this excessive, overflowing grace designed specifically for the quiet, ordinary moments of our lives.
And think about how quietly that grace was delivered too. Jesus saved a family from absolute ruin, and they didn't even know he did it. If this massive abundance was given without demanding any credit or applause from the people it saved, how does that challenge the way you help the people in your own life? Are you willing to fix the disaster and then just slip quietly into the background?